There's no fucking parachute boat. He can kill that in the weather. And we're saying, no, he has, mate. We have to recap that. But there's something what they do for special air service. They don't cap back with special air service to get killed. They cap back them back to the previous regiment. And they didn't do it to the Royal Marines, so we had to find the parachute one. So the pilot bandsmen and their start major or band major were kicking off about it because they couldn't figure out how the parachute broke and kill it. So I went out to my boss and said, "Sir, you need to come out." The pirates are kicking off because they were going to march them out. They were the Pope party marching from there out across the runway to put them in the back of the fucking plane. Only because we'd argued that it should be parachute regiment rather than Royal Marine because it was special air service. So it was us lot not clicking on that you're going to get all these fucking paras what are going to get right, right shitty on because they're all fucking saying no parachuting and they got fucking killed in the goal. And just by our fleet, we between us, because I can remember our captain calling me in and saying, "We've got this guy at Royal Marine, uh, Special Air Service, but he's not in the Navy, he's Special Air Service. We need to catch that with him." And we have to do the same with the other two guys. We have to get a Royal Army Ordnance Corps captain, Berry, and we have to do the same for the other guy who's at Royal Engineer. No problem with them. Yeah, guys, taken. Over then the parachute regiment kicked off. And they're fucking strutting around, fucking pissed off with it. And I said, "Sir, you need to come out here and fucking sort this argument up. This start made is not having it." You know, going, fuck it. I can remember when they walked up and he went, "Who the fucking hell's this power you let him kill him? There's no fucking power be killed out in the fucking goal." And he's got all these coffins laid out. And he comes up and goes, "Who the fucking hell's he?" Quintiliano, I think it was. And he picks his number up and he goes, "You fucking Sprov, man. How the fucking hell's a Sprov para who fucking killed you? Must have got this wrong, guy." And they kick him off about it. And there's only fucking six fucking paras and this dark major stood there. And all bandsmen. And I go back into where my boss was and I said, "Sir, me things like we fucking had a kicking off." And he comes out as a start major, "Get your ass over there." 3 days disappears as start major and he said to start major, "They're all special air service." He said, "We need to cap back in fucking parachute. That fucking roll no next year." And I was in it, I'm a can't roll Navy if you need me there. And he went, and you could see the colour draining out of the start mate because he felt like a light cop because they'd all be kicking off over this young para, what they thought, not realising this guy's a fucking seasoned fucking warrior, he wasn't a kid. And he goes, "Oh, yeah, I'm going to explain it to the boys there." And he goes, "Yeah, shut the door on your way out." Then we come out, and then the fucking jock guard start major kicked off because you have to then hand over, and the jock guard were doing this ceremony, and you got all these little pioneers fucking walking around there. I remember going up to their start major, and I said, "Excuse me, sir." And he goes, "I'm looking for the RSM." Well, RSM. We all have RSM in the guard, and I went, "What the fuck? What do you have in the guard?" And he goes, "The start major." And I went, "Oh, right, do you know where the start major is?" "No, the start major." And I'm like, "Dave, where's the start major?" And he went, "Well, that's what I am." And I'm thinking, why the fucking am I going around in fucking circles? I said, "Sir, they're ready to fucking bring them out." And he went, "Who are you then?" And I went, "Let's go." And he said, "Who are you with though?" And I said, "Well, Pioneer Corp." And he went, "Ah." I said, "All right." And I'm like, and I'm looking up at this fucking giant, thinking, "Fuck me, he's a fucking tall fucker." You know what I mean? And he's got this massive big fucking badge on his arm, and he's the sergeant major, not the regimental sergeant major. He's the sergeant major, and he had to get the point across. And I just thought, "You know what, sir? Just bring your fucking golf to the table. You know what I mean? You don't fucking do it. Don't fucking do it. What's the thing like?" You know what I mean? And he just fucking walked up and just stuff. And then one of the RF guys come and go. He says, "Are you the great right guy?" Well, yeah, he said, "Thanks for sorting the guys out of the RF." Because they're all officers. They're all flying, fucking navigator, pilot. And he comes up and it was that Pablo who was quite a distinct fucking air race. And he come up and said, "Do me a favour." He said, "I've got a carrier in my mouth. Bring a good friend out." he sent my photograph. I said, yeah, I'm not going to take a photograph. He said, this roll up coffin, he said, just take photographs of everything. So now I've got two fucking cameras on, taking lots of photographs for him, and my camera, I'm just taking photographs of him. And then, and I can remember years later, I saw his book, Pablo, whatever it was, and I flipped through it, and then in the got like last paragraph of all of his photographs there, he's got all these photographs of the burial party and all that, and the whole bear and all that. And he's got copyright, Pablo. And I'm thinking, really? Copyright's a big word. I took them fucking photographs, fucking rap. You know what I mean? And I just thought, yeah, fucking great. And then we got rid of them, and we're still hanging around in the fucking dog. We just fucking hung around till I think we came home April.
No.
April. And then I can remember sitting on camp and feeling ill. And I knew I was feeling ill. I was sort of like tears. I couldn't control these tears. What kept rolling down my face. An headache was killing me. You know, I'd had an headache what kill a cat. You know, and I got tears rolling down my face. I didn't know what to fucking do. And I just thought, I could fucking well. So I went down to med centre. Goes into the med centre. Yeah, he's a doctor. I said, look, I don't know what's wrong with me. I said, I'm crying all the time, but I'm not crying, if that makes sense. I said, I've got tears in my face, but I'm not crying. And he goes, well, what have you been doing? I said, I've been get hospital. You know, because I've been doing it since the previous October when I did the morgue. You know what I mean? Done that. And I think that's where my PTSD originally came from. The exposure to the morgue. Because they used to say in them days, like 6 months roughly, for the people, and then it's continuous. So if I go up from March when I went sick, 6 months previously, it's October, the only trauma I saw about was being exposed to fucking the morgue and Northampton, and that was a fucking nightmare.
So it was the start of the trauma then, and it just compounded further on.
Yeah, fucking right. I mean, they go on about complex, chronic PTSD, and that's what I had. I think they could have caught it early, because at that point, still in the Gulf, it was a stress reaction to a horrible fucking job. My body couldn't fucking do it. My mind couldn't do it, and I was physically reacting to stress. You know what I mean? Because I'd just gone through that fucking barrier, having a shock. Now to having this shock, the stress was causing problems within my body. You know what I mean? And the you know, my mind itself was so I've got fucking conditions on my body which are then coming out like fucking rashes and everything. And I'm going to the doctor saying I can't handle what we're fucking doing. And he's saying not a problem, I'll get you to forward psychiatric. Okay, all right. Goes and sees us. No, you won't. I went and seen this. It was forward psychiatric unit. Ooh, right. There's nothing for his hip. And he's sort of like, so fucking glad. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, go for it, yeah, not fucking problem. Great registration. Yeah. He said, come back, I'll book you in next week, you come back again. And they're all sat outside in deck chairs, having a fucking jolly old time. Whereas I'm in a fucking block on Camp 4, they're on Camp 4, in, you know, this fucking office quarter area. And we're on Camp 4 in sort of like the Bronx area. And then, you know, it's like walking in from the Bronx into fucking, you know, Harrods or somewhere like that, where they're all having a good laugh and a jolly time. And he says, and they turn one of the rooms into a surgery. So he said, come back next week and we'll sort that out. And this is a private consultation. I'd gone to the doctor. And my next consultation between me and him. You know what I mean? I comes back, and I'd not told anyone in my unit I was having a fucking psychological problem with what was probably the beginning of post-traumatic stress disorder. But I still maintain that at the time, it was a stress reaction to a horrible fucking job. And I just couldn't process the information of what I'd done. Every day, I was just squirting shit out. Literally, fucking diarrhea and fucking flying everywhere. I couldn't control anything in my body. So the next week I turned up at the door. I tapped on the door and he walked in, my whole section's fucking there. The guys have literally been working for the last 2 months all fucking sat there. And I'm thinking, you want me to come here and expose myself, what I've been doing? In front of you then, I'm my fucking mate, and I'm the going, aren't I? I've got fucking pies that sat here, and you want me to say I am absolutely fucked, exhausted, in front of that fucking private soldier? You're fucking stupid. You know, that's not how the British Army fucking works. So I'm sat there, and he's going like, I'm just fucking saying, nah, I'm one of the other lads, fucking, one of the sergeants or something. And, you know, no, sorry, one of the officers said something. Maybe Rob, and I turned sitting there crying, thinking, what the fuck? What the fuck? I just want to post it. And we went, yeah, on, and so we come out, and I fucking know, I am angry if anything, because that was my appointment, and no one had told me he was going to turn it into a fucking stepping session. So we come out, and he says, right, I'll come back next week, I'll be here. So, yeah, next week. So I lost trust.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I turned up the next fucking week, and they're all sat there in the deck there. And I walked back in, and I said there, and here's the and they went, oh, he's got fucking, he needs to come back to the UK. And I went, well, I've got a session with the post-process. And they sat there, these doctors. Well, I'll come back from UK and start it there. And that, I think it was that point where I realised what with all the medical stuff. The problem what that had is I don't trust the fuckers now. I swear I'm fucking annoyed with them, even now, with the bit now 33 fucking years later.
Don't blame you.
Because I just
don't blame you.
Yeah, I just don't fucking trust them. You see my list from the doctors, and I'm always getting not told off, but they're always saying stuff and stuff down. Even now, I still swear at the fucking doctor. You know what? Well, I've got a fucking. So all that what we should have had, I fucking lost back in 1991. The doctor fucking handed us fucking longer.
So how did you handle it when you got back to the UK?
Well, I'm back in. No, I'm at Alger Bio, and my colour sergeant or troop sergeant, troop staff, sorry, come and got me from 187. Turns up, and I'm sat there on the fucking stairs at the back with some days, and he said, "Oh, it's not troop sergeant." Yeah, and he said, "Look, we've got a bit of problem." He said, "All the pioneers and it's more than the go." I said, "Really?" He said, "Everyone's doing the fucking job." He said, "So just get your big flag." Well, so what? Everyone's got a dick job out of it. And I went, yeah, all right. He said, what we've got, there is the option when we go back. You can have stay here and do great, right? And I said, I can't fucking do that. It's fucking just crazy. When he said, or you can go out to Berlin or back to Northern Ireland. And I thought, if I get back to Northern Ireland, these things going to get 4 days out of that. And I thought, yeah. No. So anyway, I leave fucking go. Get job and a 2 week thing, and then I'm back out in Northern Ireland. And I had a breakdown in fucking Northern Ireland. They brought me back from. I did about 4 months of the second tour, and I remember me and Tommy was out in Northern Ireland. Tommy in the other section from 7th Brigade. I was 4th Brigade. Out in Northern Ireland, what we'd do 24 hours on, 24 hours off, unless you did a green room. So that means you didn't drop all over the problem. And so Tommy, when he was off duty, he'd go up to the town, grab apples and beers, go into your room and got some beers, like you for the next day. So when I'd come off duty, off that 24 hours, I'd come off, straight to my room that morning, start getting done. I wasn't sleeping anyway. And then one of the guys turned around and said in the guard room, and said, someone keeps breaking the dip on the policeman bed. And it was me. I was going around fucking breaking all the dip. Because my fairway, I was having this reoccurring dream out in Northern Ireland that I'd been buried and I was still alive. And no one could fucking help me. So I'm sat in the fucking garden in Northern Ireland, doing fucking football, doing this patrols. But every night, having this reoccurring fucking dream that I was suffocating in a grave and no, I'm still alive. I just couldn't fucking get out. So and I remember one day I woke up in the garden and crazy bloke followed me down in the garden. I went, finally got up. And I said, what's the deal? He went, you like this at the night, Rory? I'm asleep. You literally are fighting and shouting and screaming in your sleep. And I said, all right then. So I went to sit at Alex Barrett. I remember going to pick up there, this is probably about, August. We were about 4 months old. Went up there, saw the sergeant, Royal Army Medical Corps sergeant, who was fucking para, Royal Army Medical Corps para sergeant, he was like the gate guard for the mod center. He came out with all these paras, but bang up. So I remember turning up and he said, who do you want to hear? I said, I've got an appointment for yeah, you got blobbing up. And I'm like, a what? And he goes, you got a blobbing up. And I went, no, well, that's what you got to read at. I don't expect it. Well, no, well, I got a blobbing up. And he said, well, oh, you need to down the songs. And I went, no, I'm to the doctor. And he went, he said, well, yeah, I have to jump through it. Find up to the doctor. And the doctor came down and I said, Doc, I'm having a recurring dream of telling them. And he went, look, if you try and get out of Northern Ireland, I turned around and said, I'm not going to get out of Northern Ireland until what was. And he went, I'm not interested. He said, I've got loads of fucking here with other people who died, walk out without more. All you do is fuck down more. And I'm like, really? Well, I fucking haven't. And obviously it didn't fucking go down with him. So I left him. I thought I'd lost all sense of, people are said to me, we'll sit, we'll sort it out. And all I kept hitting me is fucking war, what no one was interested. And I knew I was ill. So I goes, walk back to camp, not to get a lick, I walk back to camp, gets into fucking camp, comes up to me, then gets an R&R, comes home and said to me, what my fucking kitchen. And every time I went, said I'd be having a fit in a black bin bag. I went through putting the rubbish down, not flipping on, that I was having a fit in a fucking black bin bag. Like, I couldn't close there. Give me a black bin bag, and all I'm thinking is get odd with it. All it was fucking rubbish bags and shit like that, and food, and then. And it's just things like that what was reminding me back being out in the fucking desert or so. And then, so I then go back to Northern Ireland, not realising that Deb went to my room and said, you're ill. And they went, no, my husband's ill. And they went, well, it's fucking not wrong with you. No, I'm something my marriage and wrote something about that. So I then to start majoring Northern Ireland to get in minute on what? Not realising that desert fucking picked up in my room. I flies back out on, I think I came back from Northern Ireland the Tuesday, get back, get till 3 or 4 to my unit on the Wednesday, and I come in, and the OC there to see me. Major Langford, I'll tell you that goes now. You know what I mean? He then wants to fucking see me. So I goes in, that Major Mark is me. Yeah, then I thought myself, and he goes, I'm not happy with it. And I'm like that. Happy with what for? He said, I'm not happy with one of my NCOs being on fucking in Northern Ireland on the detachment, and he has to come home for the Ireland. He says, Mike, he said, I'm telling you now, you man, you need to go home, speak to your wife and fucking swear her away. He said, because I can't have guys going out and detachment. He said, I'm trying to run a company here. He said, all my guys are just coming back from the Gulf, you know. I went, yeah, all right. And he said, they're all coming back from the Gulf. They've been away from their wives for fucking a long time. And I sat there thinking, wait there. I was in Northern Ireland, come home. I was there all over the fucking world. Then went out to the Gulf, came back from the Gulf, went back up to Northern Ireland. And he's telling me what a hard time these fucking guys have had. And I'm like, okay, then. And he goes, so I need to get my life back, process, get them back into the UK, so all these shitty jobs I've had out in the Gulf, instead of people like you I've sat on your ass in Northern Ireland, fucking having a jolly. And I'm like, I said, I'm sorry, sir, I am sat on my ass. You know? I said, and I do apologise, I wouldn't fucking think that way. Anyway, you out, and I'm thinking, he said, all these people have done is there, and I'm thinking, wait a second, I said, you put me on the great way. I said, you volunteered me to do that fucking horrible job. And now you're having a go at me because you think I'm in Northern Ireland. And he went, you wasn't on fucking out in fucking the goat. He said, I had all my men out there. It's got here that you stayed in Northern Ireland. And I'm looking at him thinking, no, I fucking didn't say that. I said, I did great, Red. And I'm thinking to myself, was it just a shitty dream I'd fucking had?
Yeah.
And I'd stayed in Northern Ireland. And I'm thinking, it's fucking madness. And he's fucking bombarding me with shit. And I'm thinking, fuck this. So I just ripped the shit off his desk. He just fucking shit off his desk went one way. And he's got this little window or a slidey door next to his office into the two IC's office, which at the time was Captain Niven or Needed. And he's got this intercom machine what he used to chat with Start Major. And he's trying to get off that Start Major, and I picked it up, me and him fighting on his intercom machine. And there is fucking shit going on in his office. And I'm going, oh, fuck this intercom machine over your fucking head. You can... That goes one way. And he's banging on this fucking slidey door. And this face appears like the slidey door is Captain Neve. And he's going, sir, we'll get in there. And then next night around the Start Major, he's got his arm fucking around my neck, dragging me into the corridor. And he says, and all I'm hearing is people shouting and going, get him down the med centre. He's fucking gone off on one. Get him down. And I'm fucking being dragged. And then they forced me into Captain Lee's office. I think it was Captain Lee. He gets me in there and he said, sort of said to me, he said, you're upside down. He said, I don't want to put on you in the go. And I'm trying to calm down. And he's going, we'll get this fucking sorted. He said, we didn't realise it was fucking affected you that much. And I'm thinking, fucking whatever. They then take you from there to the med centre. The med centre's shut. So they take me downtown. I didn't realise what they were doing, trying to section me. And they take me to the civvy doctor in Northampton. And they'd already briefed the civvy doctor to section me in the madhouse. I didn't know what was going on in my head. I knew I was them well. But what frightened me more was I was petrified of thinking I was mad because of all this fucking shit that was going in my head. And so I go and see the doctor, and he then turns around and fucking telling me today he needs to go to the hospital. I'm thinking no one's fucking looking after me here. I was vulnerable as fuck. No one's fucking looking after me. My wife wasn't there, and I'm thinking I'm being fucked over here. Not thinking that, but realising it. So they took me back up to Northampton. Took me from a car there back home, and then the next morning they took me from there to Woolwich, Queen Elizabeth, Woolwich, and put me in the mental ward, Ward 9 or what?
Ward 9.
Next to all the alcoholics.
Yeah, that's why I know. That's why I know it's Ward 9.
You know what I mean? And next to all the, and I knew at that point I was fucking mad. I you know what I mean? I just knew I was mad by that point. I know I was fucking mad. I didn't realise it was PTSD or whatever. I just thought, and all they're asking me is, do I want to get out? I want to get out, and I'm thinking, no, I fucking well, I love the army, and I think it was that what kept me going. You know what I mean? I think it would have easier give up at that point, and they would have had me out in the army and saved themselves a lot.
Yeah, because you just washed the hands of you, yeah.
And he was mad when he was out. He weren't mad when he was in. He was fucking mad when we got out, like they've done with a lot of veterans. But I wanted to stay in, and I did. I fucking fought them tooth and nail and a thing. Finally got better. They then signed me off back to my unit, and then I went back from my unit. Went out to Cyprus. Right, I went out there as a dog handler. Went to Cyprus in '92. I got triggered off again with PTSD, but I like I said, I didn't understand PTSD at the time, but I think it is the heat and wearing the desert uniforms again. So I last 12 months out in Cyprus, then get promoted to corporal, sent back to the UK. comes back to the UK, then goes, so that's 93. I then get back to 93, go straight out to Portland Island, just put my home down there. I was all right there, then goes out to Belize, no problems at all, just sit with Belize, really nice, really enjoyed myself. I enjoyed the Portland as well. And then goes from Belize back to the UK, so I make it, I think them into the beginning of 90, end of 94, 95, beginning of 95, when I ended up up in Westmoreland. So Westmoreland is down in Dorset, and we used to be the Army Petroleum Centre. So it's all the fuel, all the bulk fuel. But it's where the petroleum operated base is part of one of the trades within the used to be in the Royal Army Ordnance Corps, but then it was in the RLC, because by then on RLC, Pioneers ended up going to the RLC. But they sent me to Westmore, where Pioneers are open and dumping for the petroleum. So we put them, the fuel's coming up, what you saw the card, into the jerry can. That 20 litres fuel then goes into a pallet. That pallet then goes up to the field army. They're filling up Bowsers. So I'm down there for months. I didn't realise one of my triggers is bulk fuel. As it being on Badger Road and all that, all you can smell on that area, bulk fuel. And so that's a trigger for me, that is bulk fuel. Not, I can go in and fill my car, but if there's a spillage, it triggers me off. And so that's my next trigger, was bulk fuel. So it's, I figured out that wearing desert uniforms was a trigger. And in that type of heat, then I figured out that going near bulk fuel triggered me off, in the sense of when I got triggered, it goes through a type of negative and all of those, I'm going, no, what do we do with them? I then get a few years up the road, comes back from, because I'd not been downgraded through PTSD, then send me out to, I first went out to Bosnia in 95, but first went out to Croatia in August, September 95, ended up down at Totsi, then used some Totsi, and then come back to the UK. I'm back in the UK on the 16th of December 95 from Bosnia, when I then get redeployed to the squadron. So I went out there to do a second troop guard. I then get sent back out there with our squadron. My squadron then gets deployed to Bosnia. So I'm home for 4 days and get redeployed back out to. I think that was the only time in my army career where I nearly fainted on a parade when he read the list of names. I'd only been back 2 days. And they went, oh, these are the list guys of who's going out to Bosnia. And this is the advanced party applied. The black coats there from China, the top Pioneer section. And I'm like, fuck me in here, fainting. And then I goes out, gives my missus a kiss. I've only been home fucking 2 days. Gives the missus a kiss. Flies out to Bosnia on the 20th of December. And then I'm out in Bosnia then for the next June. But I come on prior to that. Well, I got all these time out in Bosnia. 3 days after then fucking holidays in Melbourne Island. But just now I'm in fucking all over fucking Sarajevo, fucking everywhere. And we're out in Sarajevo in the minefield. Then we're out in Sarajevo and I can't think we're at the Sydney Hotel when they're firing fucking RPGs and knocking shit out of sandbags and large up that we do our defences the next day. But we're doing all sorts of stuff all over. Boston, I was literally everywhere. I don't fucking everywhere. Fucking Larnaca, Big On, yeah. Anywhere the fucking food's doing, you're out there. Comes back from that. I think the stress has fucking triggered me up again. So we'll see fucking another psychiatrist. So this is just a recurring through my army career. And then I get to Turbine. I'm at Team Sergeant. I'm at Turbine and I'm running one of the people there. I've been started. And we're out and I fucking run one morning. And we're seeing that fucking got dead on. Licked the head, but it comes up with start. I feel he didn't finish the sentence. I think he was I feel funny. But as he went into the funny bit, he fucking head looked through the death. dropped on the fucking floor. I realised he's a phone because he's turning grey and his fucking eyes going in the back of his head. So we picked him up, runs up to the fence, throw him over the fucking fence, drag him down the fucking the verge, waves a fucking Land Rover down. It's only a short wheelbase line. Throw him in the back of that, and pull his tongue out. We're trying to give him breath. You know, like, and we're trying to do CPR, me and the commander, instructor commander. He's fucking over 6 foot, and we're in a short wheelbase Land Rover, acting trying to keep the machine level on. Getting down to the med centre. When we get there, the doctors are out with a fucking gurney, fucking dragging you to the med centre wearing they put his fucking clothes off. They did CPR on him. And then they turned around to me and said, oh, look, he's got a fucking thermometer up his ass. So I'm fucking holding that. And then they've got a fucking, not a jug of water, a container of water. With sponges on it, and I'm squeezing it because it's boiling. His fucking whole body's radiating heat. And we squeeze and fucking sponges go plot and get water going down to the cup area with a fucking thermometer hanging out of the jar. And so I'm pulling that and saying, just read off what's that. Now I can't fucking do it. I'm looking at it thinking, where? Full of shit. And I'm like, hey? And then he all said, thankfully, fucking busted. And I'm stood up the end of his feet, looking down at this fucking body, and they've pressed his feet up to his knees. All I'm seeing is a body on a gurney, totally naked. And that literally, the next day I'm fucking ill. Probably iller than what I'd had been in the past. And I goes into the doctor, I go straight and I said, look, I dealt with that young lad the other day. I mean, they saved his fucking life, he was in intensive care. But I was in the back hall last day. And the doctor's like, well, I fucking know about all of this. You don't fucking worry, I'll sort it out. Start taking them tablets. Well, I wasn't depressed.
No.
I literally, I'd had a move fucking shit. I needed moon stimulation. I didn't need antidepressant medication. I needed mood stimulated medication. And but no, they're fucking antidepressants, and I'm fighting fucking medication. And it took me 18 months to start that. I saw a brigadier looking, another cop in my life. Fucking army brigadier who's in charge of the medical service PTSD, and he's telling you whether you had PTSD or not. So it wasn't the golf. No, it wasn't the fucking golf. The problem I had was that I drank too much coffee and my dad was a bastard. In theory, that was the outcome, is that I had a good relationship with my dad. When actually my dad had died when I was 16. He'd had cancer for 2 years. But, you know, I'd had a fucking bad relationship. Fuck me, I had a fucking great time with my dad. You know what I mean? But my dad had a bad relationship with my dad and I drank too much coffee. No, he missed the point. I was getting fucking pissed every night and fucking anything I could drink because it's the only way I could sleep, and that's why I'd been drinking for the last fucking numerous fucking years. Oh, he fucking missed all that. But that's what his fucking outcome was, and I, you know, he fucking question mark around PTSD. And, you know what I mean? And I just thought, so 18 months to see him, then that was it. I was at Pervite and then left Pervite under a cloud. Because the illness was really taking its effect on me. They sent me to Deep Cut. Oh, mate, I dropped into Deep Cut days after young Gray started the new product sergeant. So I then get the job of implementing all of the new security stuff with the 17-year-olds not carrying weapons, the 17-year-olds or 16.5-year-olds, 17-year-olds couldn't carry weapons. So they got each other piss out and you had to be over 18 to carry a weapon, and we sorted all that out. Fucking the colonel there was like a fucking puppy dog. He needed a fucking leash to hold him down. He was like a fucking space kid. He's fucking running around, and yeah, we did have a problem there. They just didn't have enough staff to look after these hundreds of trainees. So they were all looking after themselves. I mean, it's dog eat dog for them. And so they had lots of problems at Beach. And then, one night, on a Saturday night, and I'd had to implement the new rules for the call out. So if there was an incident and there was a fatality, they call them out. Money ain't gonna go cover sign. So I took that off. I literally rubbed it off, and fucking when it went off to typing, it sort of like went orderly off at the monthly orderly up to orderly fucking sergeant, orderly that orderly Lance Corporal the RP, but no cover sergeant. So I'd taken the name off it. I thought, I don't need to see another dead body. Like under my fucking leg. And I thought, because I had to protect myself, no other fucking doing it. So I'm back in there, bringing on to one Collison then takes the fucking while he's on guard. So I comes in on Monday morning, been away. Comes in Monday morning, I said to the lad, any problems that are week? And he's like, and that was the standing joke. Things were problems. And then Pat came in, I said, Pat, any problems that week? And I go, yeah, fucking hit me, fucking bones. Pat came, he tell me what fucking going on. Nothing. And he went, hey, I thought, yeah, fuck off. You're not going to fucking sort myself out. I said, where's your current foot? I said, I put it down. Oh, yeah, because each morning I take it up to the house. And he then turns on, the phone goes, I picked it on the hour and turns on, right, follow up, like the sheriff. Sheriff, you squared away for this morning's meeting. Well, I went, I'm thinking, I'm off the cuff now. And all squad is like that, aren't you? Fucking reading the cuff. I said, oh, fucking what I am. And I'm trying to fucking get questions of him. And I said, yeah, I'm sorted, sir. I said, anything else I need to bring up? And he went, no, I've got the occurrence book, got the ammunition book, got the weapons book. He said, but you definitely briefed up and you're happy with yourself about Saturday. And I'm like to the lads, yes, sir. Last night. You know what I mean? And they're like, he told you. And I'm like, yes, sir. Fucking hand over the mic. What the fuck happened last night? And they're all going, I told you. And I'm thinking, you fucking haven't. You know what I mean? And then I said, right, I've got to be up there in a minute. I said, what the fuck happened the other night, guys? And they went, I told you, some fucking young lad fucking shit himself. And they went, and it's that as you fucking ripped the arse out of on Friday. And I can remember I'd been on the, because I was the team captain on the Rangers. And each day I came in, I'd hand the Norwegian up to the Toms in the guys' room and say, they ain't fucking clean that at the cookout. And this young lad turned, who, young Collinson turned up at the pie. He comes in the Guardian in my office, and I said, right, Collinson, I said, take the Norwegian, get it up to the cookout, do it off fucking bloody, and then bring it back down later on. And he went, yeah, not a problem. The next morning, I come in Friday, and I'm looking at the Norwegian. It's that where it was from where it was the day before. I'm thinking, fucking wrong, walked over the top through it, looked, and it's still got all the fucking range stew in there. And I went, who's that fucking lad? I shouted, this is to clean this. And they went, right, Collinson. So Collinson went, don't you like that? I said, are you fucking stupid, son? I said, I told you to come in the Norwegian. And he went, I have started. And I went, well, obviously you fucking haven't. And he went, all right, it's blimmin' Norwegian. He's got your Norwegian shirt on. And he went, rubbed the necks. And I went back to the box and I cleaned that one. I didn't know how you fucking figured out the other one was dirty. And I'm like, I'm fucking listening to this. And he goes, so I'm fucking there, and I fucking got off on one. So I said, you know what, son, you're lucky I've just come from the depot, because they were all fucking like you over there, fucking brain dead. So that young lad goes off on a Saturday and blows his fucking brains out. And unbeknown to me, literally, so on the Monday, the shit's at the fucking fan, because he's the second one now, and we've got the vultures at the gate of the press, and they're all screaming for fucking blood. And I goes up to the fucking office, and they all telling me what fucking happened, and I'm thinking, my fucking God. And then the RSM in the conference said, why didn't you fucking turn up, brother? And I'm like, I said, I put the name off the list. And he goes, who in the fucking hell told you could take the name off? I said, sir, I have got no reason in my life to see another dead body. I don't need to fucking see it. I didn't fucking tell you can do that. I said, myself, I've got to protect myself. And he went, hey, well, if we all fucking fall like that, nothing would get done. I went, well, okay, and so I'll bet right, well, I'll fucking speak to you after this. And he ripped me ass out after it, saying that I couldn't put the name, and I would wait there. I said, I suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder. I don't need to stay over there. Probably you went for it. Fucking get on with it. You know, like, so I said, yeah, whatever. Left it at that. And then the press kicked off. So this is 2000 after March. The press were at the gate in a couple of months. How fucking growling. It's in the paper every week how bad fucking deep it is. What a fucking mad place it is. We're killing our fucking recruits, blah, blah, blah. Fucking, you know what I mean? And if you would have come in, you would have seen it like that. You know what I mean? It was just like any other fucking army camp where there's lots of fucking Toms running around doing nothing, and there's lots of NCOs running around behind them doing nothing, and everyone's fucking doing nothing for the whole fucking week looking forward to Friday so they can all fuck off on the piss. You know what I mean? Get through that, get to 2000 and through, and it's like they're there now, the umbrella's holding up, and the ship's rolling downhill, and their questions being asked because the MOD are shitting the show because the families are fucking asking questions what they can't answer. And now what they're doing is fucking looking through the camp to see any scapegoats. And they must have gone through the list in medicine and figured out, wait, the program got PTSD. And they literally asked the doctor, am I an immediate threat or have I been an immediate threat to the troops in the garden? I didn't know at the time, I found it. But they asked the doctor, do you suspect that because I've got PTSD, I could have put harm for them young soldiers? You know what I mean? Because that was their conclusion, because they know what PTSD is, but all they know is that you've got to be fucking at the fucking mouth and you've got to be fucking a space cadet and, you know, you walk around with a fucking rifle fucking shooting people. They convince themselves. But then the shit lands on me. I get handed out of my job. So they kick me out of my fucking job. I've got nowhere to go. I literally was a senior install on a camp with nowhere to go. And they didn't let me on the camp. They barred you from going on the camp. They said, stay away from the fucking place. They don't want you. And all I'm saying is, well, where do you want me? Tell me when you want me to go and I'll go. And no one was asking that they'd fucking go. No one would accept me because they'd sort of like give me the kiss of death by saying he's fucking mad. And you know what I mean? So this goes on for about 6 months. This takes me now to 2005. So in 2004, I'm doing fuck all. So right through 2004, they're hounding the life out of me. Then they kick me out of my job. I'm now sat around doing fuck all for 18 months. Literally doing that. And then they come up with a fucking, right, you've got a job here. I said, where's that? And they went, at the cookhouse, that 10 registers, the old Gurkha logistics. And I said, you're all right. And turns up there, and the quartermaster comes in, and they're all just coming back from Iraq. And the quartermaster comes in, and he says, who are you? And I said, Selstrom Served. I said, what trade do you do? I said, Pioneer. And he went, got a Pioneer here. And I went, I said, this way, I've got Baltimore. And he said, well, let me have a look at Baltimore. And he opened it up, and on there, it said, new weapon. And he said, what the fucking hell is this? And I went, I said, no, what it mean? He said, well, for me, that place had no mag. And I went, you know, so he said, well, if that's the case, I've got 2 jobs here. You can either go in the fish stain mattress store. And I went, I remember that there, the Lance Corporal private job. And he said, well, it's your job. He said, or you can go in the QM, or you can go in the courthouse, but stick your fucking job up there and walk out. So then it kicked off for about another month. With, you know, man in record saying he will fucking go. I'm saying to them, stick your fucking job up there. So I then goes back, and the quartermaster's still there. I goes in again, and he said, oh, you're back? And I went, yeah, I'm back. And he goes, you've got a lot of fucking trouble. I said, well, I've got big shoulders and another pot. I said, it's his job. I said, go on then. What is it this time? He said, it's same mattress store or the cookout. And I'm like, well, I've got no option really. I said, stick your mattress store. He was like, hey, I'm going to need a cookout then, don't I? I went in the cookout as the ration storeman. Fucking like that job. Fucking ration store. Never worked in the cookhouse in my fucking life. And I'm sat there in a Gurkha fucking regiment in Gurkha cookhouse, and they still have a butchery. Whereas most, you know, English regiments don't have them anymore because everybody's fucking in. They have a butchery where they chop the fucking cartridge up. I'm still seeing the side cartridge. They're fucking doing this, and they smell of fucking iron, you smell of fucking blood everywhere, and this is triggering me off slowly. So I've been seeing a psychiatrist who's been mending mine, and all I'm doing in the job, it's killing me slowly. And I go back to the army, go, I said to workflow, I said, this fucking job's fucking killing me. And he went, well, I fucking fought tooth and nail to keep you in the army, and I've got you that job. I went, no, I realise that, and I really fucking did. I said, but this fucking job's killing me. And he said, well, what job are you doing? I said, I'm in the storehouse. And he said, well, you know, that single job what's fucking available, that single job was fucking good. And I went, yeah, all right. And so then what I've done with psychiatrist was a civilian psychiatrist. And I saw in Dr. Lieberman, Stuart Lieberman. And I went to the cells again, and he's an American, fucking Marine officer, psychiatrist. And he asked, he said, what job are you actually doing more? And I said, I'm doing the ration store. I'm doing rations. And he goes, yeah, they break down what job you do. And I said to him, well, they come in each day at 4 o'clock, and you're full list of all the rations you want for the next day. I said, so I'll go in the store and itself, get all the dry stuff together, right, sugar, all that. I said, and then I'll go in the butcher. And he went, what butcher? And I said, the butcher. They still stuff all the fucking meat up and all that. And he went, and then he turned around to his secretary. He says, can you just get all stuff in file? Won't any fucking sat there twiddling fucking thumbs with these fucking go through letters here and there. And he goes, yeah, I thought I did. And he said, I believe that. And he got a letter off Manny Records saying in their opinion, did he think I'm still fitting up to be in the army? And he said, yeah, he's very loyal to the army. He said, however, I've got some caveats. Don't ever allow him to go near dead bodies. Don't ever allow him to be near black bin liners because he has a problem with it. And don't ever allow him to be near a butchery or any offal or fucking dead body or anything like that, or dead animal carcasses. And he went, so where am I working? Fucking weapons store with fucking all of that. And he went, I said, I'll print you a copy of that. And I fucking started to use them. He was just setting up to fucking fail. You know what I mean? And I took that and I went back, fucking wrote a letter to the colonel at the time, who's Colonel Peg. I'll mention that cunt as well. And if they want to fucking take me to fucking, court, I'm happy to fucking do it. I then sends a letter to him. I puts the letter in. I goes into the admin office that morning, give it to the admin sergeant, the chief clerk. Sir, can you put that in the, whatever his name is? Can you put that into the colonel's fucking mail? He goes, yeah. I said, yeah, I'll hand it in this morning for you. And then I comes out. And comes out of there, goes back there, and I start major the yeah. And she said, oh, the RSM wants to see you this morning. And I said, yeah, and by the way, I've had a chat with the quartermaster, and the quartermaster said, because I'd appealed that terminology on my post about nil weapons. I mean, I was a weapons instructor. How could I fucking do my job if they wouldn't allow me near weapons? I'd not been said I was a threat to anyone, but I'd not known about the letter the headquarters army had sent to Deathcote and stick me up behind my back. So I'd appealed that and took it all the fucking way, and no one could find it. None of the psychiatrists had ever said I was a threat to anyone. So I'd put an appeal in, and behind my back all these fucking bricks are being moved. So then he comes in and says, oh, the quartermaster says, when we come off exercise, we'll get you out of the fucking courthouse and get you back in the training. And then I'm thinking, you go and do it. He then walked out. And I've got all those empty boxes in the courthouse. I'm putting all the kit in them, all my pictures. And Manny Ray, who is the equivalent to me, but a jerk, he said, where's going, Ward? And I went, I said, that's it, mate. I can't do it anymore. He goes, you can't just leave army like that. I said, you fucking can, mate, if you need. So I'm fucking loading all my shit in the boxes. And he goes, no, you can't do this one. And I said, no, I can, mate. I said, I'm fucking going. So I loads all my kit in, puts it in near my locker in the changing room. And I walked over to the RSM's office. And he, really nice fucking bloke. And I'm walking in the corridor and he's ripping someone in my right, like RSMs do. And I gets to his office and he went, oh, Rose, give us a minute. Fucking ripping this fucking full screwed ass out. He then stops him for a breath. And then says, just gives another minute, Rob. Fucking starts giving him another ripping again. And then he says, now get out of my fucking office. So he fucking runs out. And he goes, Rob, just come in, mate. I just want a quick chat. He says, the colonel wants to have a quick. And as he says that, the colonel turns up and he goes, Selstrom was just about to call you up. He goes, I just got your letter this morning. I called him a cunt. I said, you can't fucking put me in this fucking job when you fucking lot knew I was ill and I shouldn't have been near fucking dead body carcasses and black bin bags and all that. And the only fucking job you can find me is the one what fucking had all of that. And I called him a cunt and everything in the letter. And so he then turns round and says, I just need a chat. So he goes, look, I've had a radio letter. He says, and I think I'm out on a wiki. He said, I didn't know anything about you and PTSD. He says, all I got asked is could I take one out of my regiment. He says, I just thought I'm just doing another fellow soldier, a fucking gesture. And I thought, yeah, of course you fucking did. You know what I mean? A colonel of a regiment didn't know he's get some fucking, some twat who goes out in the garden at night and I was at the meet. You know what I mean? And he's going, yeah, I'll give him a job. And I thought, well, it's just what I want you to do is go home and take 2 weeks and have a good time with your wife. Yeah, mate. You know what I mean? And then we'll have a chat about it in 2 weeks' time. And I thought, no, none of them knew I'd started. I looked for the fucking job. I couldn't fucking do it anymore. They sent me to do a job, and they knew I should never have been in that job in the first place. So no one was looking after me. And as I thought, I know what I'm fucking doing. Once I get out of here, that box will go on the back of my car, and I'm fucking driving home. So I just sat, nothing. 2 weeks later, no one rang me up to come back to work. I just fucking stayed at home. Stayed at home. That goes on for a couple of months. And then this Aussie fucker rings me up. And he's Stefanian's officer saying that he goes, Captain Cocky. And I'm like, Captain Cook, and you're an Australian. I said, you're not either fucking. And he went, no, that's it. He said, I'm Captain Cook. Is there a problem with that? And I went, you not see the irony in that. You're Captain Cook and you're from Australia. And I went, yeah, go on. And what do you want? And he said, the quartermaster looks know when you're coming back to your job. I said, tell the quartermaster from me. I said, get the job off his ass. I'll pack the MFO boxes. They know I didn't eat and have all this fucking shit. Fuck us and leave me alone. Put the phone down. And then about 2 days after that, I got a letter off my record saying they put me on the Y list again. And they'll get in touch with me when we want me back in. And then, and I put a formal complaint in the way it's been dealt with. And literally, I got a medical board. So I turned up on the medical board. My wife has got a fucking major general on the medical board, a colonel and a lieutenant colonel. They wanted me out. They fucking, was a deep cut. They wanted me out. So I picked down, and all I'd been doing is fucked over and fucked around for like 3 years since deep cut. And they turned around and the conclusion was I was fucking barking mad and they were kicking me out. They had 90 days notice. And I was coming out. So I thought, great. I comes out of there the death. And a couple of days later, I answered the kitten, and then I get a brown letter off him saying that I think they've clicked on that if I got out the army and I had an outstanding formal complaint, it would have caused them problems. But so they had to deal with it before I got out. So then they submitted their letter for me to deal with my formal complaint. And I'd gone into the QMs and did all my quitting. Fucking left it all now. Fucking tired of that. And I turns up at the come up Court Marshal Centre at Aldershot. Turns up there and I'm walking down the path. Showed my ID card to get in, walked down the path. And this W01 nonchalantly walked out of the doorway like the fucking do as if they just fucking hang around in doorways. And he comes out and he goes, who are you? And I went, well, who are you? And he went, no, I asked first, who are you? And I went, Sergeant Selstrom. He goes, oh, you're Sergeant Selstrom. And I went, yeah. He goes, where's your uniform? You're on a formal fucking board of officers. And I went, be like for that around here about a month ago. And he went, oh, right. He said, well, right, I'm just going to explain how I'm going to go down. In there is the board of officers. In there's the record. He said, but that's not your record. You're in that port cabin there. I went, and I submitted a list of names to help me in my complaint. airplane, not one of them. They couldn't find any of them. They're either in Iraq, they're either in Afghanistan, or they live in Scotland. And if they live in Scotland, they don't have to take part in English law.
Right.
So I'm on my own. I goes into the fucking porter cabin, and there's nothing. There's a vertical boiler there, what hasn't been on since the First World War. You know what I mean? And I've got no hot water. So that first fucking day, I literally sat there. Hundreds of questions coming at me, and my fucking head is filling, really melting down. And I just fucking out of there that first day. And I can remember coming out of the court martial centre, and every time we finished for a break, they're all patting each other in the fucking, you could hear them fucking, looking at each other in the fucking reach area. And I'm not even getting there. There's nothing for me. I had absolutely nothing. I've not had a drink all fucking day. And then I finished at about 4 o'clock, walked out, walked past the guard, walking back down the street. And they all come out. It's like they're all patting each other on the back. And I thought, what the fuck, I'm fucking going. I'll go out with a fucking bang. I walked back up, comes through. The guard bloke says, "Got your ID card." Fuck me, I just walked out. He comes in, walks across the grass, and I think a couple of them realised what I was going to do. And they went, "Don't fucking do it, don't fucking do it. He's trying to get in your way." And I get up to Colonel Lady, Ronnie Lady, I said, "You are lying. You know you're lying, son." I said, "You were shagging your interpreter in Bosnia." You know it's lying in the army. Everyone tells you what you're doing. I said, "You're shagging your fucking interpreter in Bosnia, and you sat on there under oath lying, and you know you're fucking lying." So I said, "And I'm going to fucking smack you." And he's like, he stood on the curve, and he wouldn't stand on the grass. That is a fucking force field in the army where you don't go on the grass. And he's at me, and the brigadier's fucking stood there, and president of the board of officers, colonels are there, and that there's a major there from the army fucking solicitor fucking legal branch. And I said, "You cunt." I said, "I'm going to fucking do you insult." And then I went, "Oh, fuck you," and walked out. The next morning, I just walked straight into their restroom area, makes myself a fucking brew, goes and sits down, and this brigadier says, "Can't self, or you're not going to stand up, or fucking stand up for what?" And he said, "You're going to stand up, because I'm going to fucking give you a fucking tanker." And I went, "Fucking hell, well then." So I stands up, got my brew in my hand, and he said, "It's come to my attention that you threatened Colonel Layden last night." And I went, "Come to your attention? Who told you that then?" And he said, "It's come to my attention." I said, "You were stood next to him when I said I was going to punch him." And I said, "So it's come to your attention?" I said, "No, didn't you what? You stood next to the fucker." And he said, "Any more behaviour like that, I'm going to put a formal report in." I said, "Don't worry about it, sir. My fucking complaint's been in for 3 years. And I've only just got here." I said, 3 fucking years' time, I'll be a fat stibby. And he just sort of like that. I said, "So crack on." I said, "I'm happy to go." I said, "Sir, don't waste the time. I elect to go by court martial." I said, "How's that?" And he went, he's fucking stuck there, this fucking brigadier, and he's like that, and you could see the fucking army legal fucking major sort of like pulling his fucking trousers. "Sit down, don't fucking get into an argument with the idiot." And then it was my day to question Colonel Layden, and every fucking question I asked him was, "I don't recall that, don't recall that, don't recall that." And I said, "You know what, sir, may I just ask, you're a lieutenant colonel?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Which makes you a commanding officer of a regiment?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "You've got a fucking head like a sieve." I said, "And you're a commanding officer of a regiment. I'd be embarrassed." And he fucking sat there, and it all kicked off again. So the second day, it was just arguments all day. Literally, because I'd given up fucking arguments and finished it. Walks away from the army. I applies about fucking 6 months later for a full transcript of the meeting. The first one I got is all fucking blacked out. You know, where the fucking black words are all the way through. Fucking redacted. I then appealed against that and said, "This is fucking wrong." I was on it. I said, "I'm not asking for freedom of information." I was on the fucker. I would like a proper copy so I could read it. And I get the second copy. It was about that fucking bit. Got 600,000 pages of he said this and she said that and I said this, and we all got upset with each other sort of side. So I then, put that a fucking way and thought, "Ah, fuck yeah." When I first got it, I bet you can get a fucking reading it. You know what I mean? So I then, I got medical discharge. with full-blown fucking complex and chronic PTSD. What I got diagnosed in September 1991, which makes me chuckle. In 2006, I get medically discharged with a condition what I call in the goal of PTSD. Uh, Now I get a 7% war pension, and I haven't fucking worked since coming out of the army in 2006. I've been medically discharged with a full fucking medical pension, you know what I mean, war pension.
So what treatment have you had since
Seriously,
you've been out of the army then?
been hitting me. Really has been fucking hitting me. Come back to NHS, being here, my lad was there to NHS staff office. Other than that, put the fucking things up once. When I saw it, and as I went out, I thought, nah, fuck this. Well, she called me a greedy bastard. I went in there one day and I said, look, I'm not being offered now. I said, oh, I'm on for medication. What about fucking CBT or something like that? And she likes to turn into that weird character in fucking James Bond. There's a fucking clip where she used to tap her heels and the little blades come out. She is your opinion. And she went, my mind, yourself, aren't you a greedy bastard? I fucking sat there as a patient, and I'm like, excuse me? And she said, well, you won't be getting anything. I went, no. And I walked out, and I thought, it's got to be a greedy bastard. So I fucking banged on the door and opened it, and she turned around and she said, now, you get out of my room now. And slammed the door, and this is in Sycamore House in Camberley, and it's all partitioned upstairs. And she slammed the door, and the whole fucking place rattled. And all these heads are popping out of different doors. And I stood there in the corridor going, she's fucking mad here. She's fucking mad here. Nearly took me fucking fingers off me. And I'm in a madhouse, and I'm fucking shouting at everyone saying she's fucking mad here. So I came downstairs, went straight to the reception and put a formal complaint in about that fucking mad picture upstairs. You know what I mean? And that's what it's been like all the fucking time. I mean, when Johnny Mercer says, you know, we're getting a fucking great town with, fucking, I speak to veterans now, and it is just as shit now as what it was then when I came out. And I just think, you know, I'm 60. You're the fucking soldiers who are coming out in their 20s and being treated just as fucking bad as what I was fucking treated back then in fucking 2006, 7, 8 years. I didn't have to come back stressed for a long time. You know, donkey years and out. 2 weeks here, 2 weeks there, a week here, a week there. Seeing the mental health services. And it's like no one could help me in that sense. And I honestly felt that my soul had left, literally, because of the job I'd done in the goal, that my soul had gone, and I was soulless, and I was just plodding along. I nearly lost my family. You know, I was fucking drinking quite heavily. Luckily, I didn't drink the drugs. You know, and I was just fucking soulless, and I was hurt. You know, for a long time, I've contemplated things like that. Well, mate, and I just don't know if I got through it. I got through it, I suspect, because you know, wife, son, wife, my wife herself, and my family and the 2 kids, you know, kept me here grounded. And that's the best help I got was my family. You know, and I know it's hard for some guys and girls who are suffering with people from the force.
Yeah, I mean,
You know what I mean?
with doing this, I've been speaking to many people, and I mean, no one I've spoken to has gone through the shit that you've gone through, you know, at all. Nowhere near. But a lot of them have suffered from when they've come out with mental illness, and I'm lucky. I know I haven't. I was spoken to a guy the weekend who it didn't hit him until 10 years after he, you know, left the army, and it wasn't anything horrendous that had happened really. It was just the stress, like the combat stress type of thing that had affected him. But it's shit that everyone thinks because it's on, you know, you see all the charities and stuff like that, and like you say, Johnny Mercer saying, no, this for veterans and that for veterans and all that, and there's veterans falling through the crack everywhere. You know, there's that many homeless, there's that many still suffering. There's not enough help in the end out there for people.
I think so. And let's be honest, it's all down to James. I can remember when I came out of the army in February the 19th, and I got to combat stress about the August of the same year. So I was probably one of the first guys who come out the army and got to come back straight quite fast. So that's what took me. And I can remember going in, Morgan O'Connell was the head of the medical services. And Morgan O'Connell had fought in the Falklands. And he was very, to me, I just wanted to like that. Everyone says he was fucking great. But he was, for that generation of soldiers, what I fought in the Falklands. But then when you get these, and you know, in the Falklands and Northern Ireland, but then you get these younger guys who had fought in the First Gulf War. And it was like, well, I wasn't a fucking war. I was only fucking 100 hours. What fucking are you thinking about? But for people like myself who had worked all the way through that, you know, averaging a day a body every couple of days, and then, you know, and then getting a master bodies for days on end, it wasn't. So when I turned up at Morgan O'Connell, he said, "What's wrong with that?" So I've got and he goes, "How's this time?" And I said, "No disrespect. It's been decided. I got diagnosed in September 1991 with I said I did 6 months on and off from a psychiatric ward. I said, and then I just had a medical discharge process, but also said I've got severe and complex post-traumatic disorder. So you're telling me you're going to decide it? Said, well, they've already decided it for me, and you're telling me you're going to fucking tell me if I have got it. And you know what? He wrote a form to send to the Veterans Agency, because if you go into combat stress, that information goes to the Veterans Agency. And a lot of the veterans didn't know that they do a report on you and automatically send it to the Veterans Agency, because they get a lot of the funding from the Veterans Agency to combat stress. You know what I mean? So they will write a form on you and send it to them. And so I then, and I remember asking for a copy of it, and I got a copy of the same form, Morgan O'Connell, because I said, I want to be on that copy of that form. He ummed and ahed, they finally give me a copy, and all it says is, this box, put in the Gulf, and you've got PTSD. Literally. Nothing explaining, no fucking all that sort of stuff. And then it was only when, and it was like, I honestly got the impression, he probably wasn't, that he wasn't really interested in the Gulf War veterans. If you came in and you were a Falklands veteran, you got everything come back at the time. This is 2006, and it felt like the guys from the Falklands were sort of like being slated with everything. But if you were a Gulf War veteran, it's like you were nothing had fucking happened. You know, they'd spent longer in the happened. And then when,
it's like you say, though, sorry to interrupt, but it's like you say, people look back at the Gulf War, and because it was only 100 hours and there was only, you know, there wasn't so many casualties and stuff like that, people don't think that people suffered through it. You know, I mean, I was lucky. I was a BCR and I ended up in Kuwait City in the embassy. I had an easy time, you know, completely easy.
Yeah.
But I know lads that were with us who went out with 40 field and stuff like that, and they've come back and they're fucking suffering.
But it was, when you got that from that, it's only when Walter Pursuit he turned up as the new head of medical services. It was a Gulf veteran. And then it changed. I went in with him. I asked him for a letter to send up to the Veterans Agency, because I was having this running battle with the Veterans Agency of what they thought I was entitled to and what I thought I was entitled to. And they said I'd get a war pension of 20%, which at the time was something like £27.30. But now I've just been on 30 grand a year as a senior NCO, and they're saying I'm worth £27.30. I said, if you fucking turn up outside my house, I'll kill you, and I'll get more than that in fucking strange ways. You know what I mean? I get about £3 a fucking day for 31 fucking days. It's more than 27 quid, I'm sure it is. I said, and this fucking was going on with me until I knew a percentage what I thought was fucking correct for what I'd been medically discharged for. And but all the guys in combat stress were like that. We're all consistently arguing in the Veterans Agency because they're pulling fucking stitched up. And so when Walter took over, he was 4 pages back to back. You couldn't have asked for a fucking better letter to send to the Veterans Agency. And like I said, I was coming from there. I was seeing psychiatrists down the road from me in Camberley. I was then seeing whatever combat, not combat nurses, the mental health nurses. And, that's it. I've literally just bounced from years. I then formed, my wife and I formed up the Veterans and Family Listening Project in my local area to help veterans. We've had veterans from the week of the nuclear test veterans. Oh, look at that. Just keep watching that. Boom. There's nothing wrong with you, mate. Then all them cans, nothing caused the bomb. You know what I mean? How fucking stupid did he think it was what fucking are? You know what I mean? And then I met other veterans from different fucking Aiden veterans, all these different veterans. You know what I mean? And then if you remember, all those veterans from the Gulf, we haven't got Gulf War syndrome. We've all got PTSD because we're all fucking Mardy art suffers, and we didn't like what we saw in the Gulf. So we've all got PTSD. We haven't got, anthrax, all these fucking vaccinations he gave us. No, that's all right. No, that caused nothing to us all. We've all got PTSD, and well, that if you listen to them, that's what's wrong with us. You know what I mean? You think you're fucking well, and they wonder why. They wonder why the veterans are fucking doing them or doing something else. They don't fit in there now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I just feel sorry for. I don't feel sorry. I think, my God, is this how we are treating our young veterans? What are coming out from Afghanistan and Iraq? And I just think to myself, is that what happened? This shift again in combat threat or any of the other places where, if you come out from Afghanistan and Iraq, and if you've been a gopher or an Iran, you're getting not the same treatment as what they get. Because let's be honest, that's like Johnny Mercer. Johnny Mercer to me is a one-off fucking pony. He's only interested in Afghan because that's all he's ever done. And and there's nothing wrong with that. A lot of fucking brave men got killed over there and girls, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I think it's in the word, isn't it? Veterans Minister. I'm a veteran. You're a veteran. Anyone else that's probably going to listen to this podcast, if they're veterans, are veterans. It doesn't matter where they come from. If we put that uniform on for our country, that says that when we get out, we are veterans of the British Armed Forces. So our veterans minister should look after us, and I don't really think he is. I just think he's fixated on Afghan. The rest of it is like peanuts to us, or I'll give you an ID card. What the fucking am I going to do with an ID card? I'm fucking 60. What the fuck am I going to do with an ID card? You know what I mean? I'm going to cook my fucking cocaine up with it and fucking sniff my cocaine, or what else?
You know what it is? I agree. I agree with you to a certain extent. But I mean, it's all got to start somewhere, and I mean, it should have started years ago. I'm hoping it's only going to get better. But I do agree with certain things you said there. I don't get involved in like veteran stuff. It's weird. I don't class myself as a veteran. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I think of a veteran, I think of First World War, Second World War. I don't think I can be.
We are them blokes.
Yeah.
Because all them war blokes have passed on. All them veterans have gone. Near enough all of the Second World War veterans have gone now. So we're, Korean veterans are probably in it in the old age. We're the new veterans, North Portland.
I want down a t-shirt. I'm a new veteran.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Because that's what we are now. We're that generation of, if we're all in our late 50s, 60s, we are that new dawn of new veterans in theory. Because, we've only got sort of like, then you've got all these 20-year-olds coming up who are all veterans. So, the government turned around and said, we're veterans. I don't have a problem with it. Terminology. You know what I mean? Am I an ex-serviceman? I would say, well, I'm sorry, I'm a veteran. I've got enough medals and enough campaigns behind that to say we're a third. If they want to give me a little tin pot badge and say I'm a veteran, well, I'll have your little badge. You know what I mean? I'll put it next to all my other badges that picked up from Royal British Legion in the Help for Heroes, the other combat stress badges and all my poppy badges. But, I just look at it like that, and I might be quite cynical. And don't get me wrong, you've got outreach stuff. I applied for that, and I can honestly say, within months, I was seeing a rheumatologist, so I couldn't pull that. Up courage, I've not tried it. if it's as fucked as all the other mental health services, I think I'd rather sit in my house, pencils up my nose, underpoints on my job, going wibble wobble, wibble wobble, because I think I've got a better chance of fucking surviving than all the other knuckles out there. And what she wants, up 42, fucking life, we've got to look after our guys who are on the street.
Yeah.
Because by the flick of a coin, I could have been there, and you could have been there. You know what I mean? By just that blink of luck, you could have lost everything and ended up on the street. I'm just glad I'm not there. You know what I mean? So yeah, I feel like no, no veteran should be on the street, but no one.
No one should be on.
I don't think I should have any better than my community. I really fucking don't. Everyone should be entitled to be able to walk up the door to the hospital and be treated. Walk into your doctor's and be treated. Everyone, not just veterans and not just service women. All of us should be entitled for the same, but it's not. You know what I mean? And all these off, it's proving that, isn't it? If we've got to have up this and up that and up that, well, it says there's a problem. It says there's an actual fucking problem. You're not going to just do it for 2 or 3 of us. When you're saying up, restore, it says that the system's broken down. And let's be honest, all of these ops are being run by ex-servicemen and women from Quad Lance and the Royal Army Medical Corps and the Army doctors and, senior nurses have realised there's a problem for veterans within the NHS. So what they've turned around and clubbed together and gone, look, Johnny, we're all these senior doctors, we're Lieutenant Colonel Brigadier, we've worked in specialised areas with the NHS, we're now working for the NHS. We feel that we should be able to look after our own and give them a better service. Consequently, you go to, like me, I put in for up restore because I've got physical injuries, and I think the physical injuries start when that fucking bomb landed in the desert and blew me off my feet into a fucking truck. You know what I mean? From that, I've gone into there, and within a couple of months, I'm seeing a fucking senior consultant for rheumatology. You know what I mean? And that says to me that is working. But I fortunate. I live on top of 2 major military hospitals. I've got Pioneer Corp Hospital, which is a military hospital in theory. There's fuck me hundreds of these fucking bodies and nurses and RAF and Navy guys walk past my house and girls every day. And I go to a hospital on the hill, which is another military fucking med centre. I'm fortunate. I don't like to be living in the northeast of England or northwest of England where there's nothing, or down in Cornwall, because them are the guys who knows what a fucking stuff.
Yeah, it sounds right. That's where I live.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah, you jammy, but yeah, I just think to myself, I'm fortunate. I've tapped into thinking where I can go and see someone who's helping me out with the conditions I've got. You know what I mean? But that's me, to be honest. So, that's all my evidence.
I mean, I just want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for sharing your story with us. I was expecting about an hour. That's nearly 4 hours. So I'd like to say thank you just for giving us your time, telling us your story, and I know I said before we did this that I might have to edit bits and stuff like that. I'm not going to edit fuck all out of it. What I'm planning to do in this one.
I think this is great because you're giving a voice from a veteran to a veteran, and you're giving us a voice for other people to see. And if they can see and hear it, not see it, but if they can hear it from us and realise they've got a story to tell, I think if they can come out and touch all the veterans and they understand that they've got a story to tell, well, hopefully that's going to make us better in some way.
I wouldn't like to say that. It sounds a bit pretentious by me, but if one person listens to one of these podcasts that I've done and thinks, "Oh, hang on, I want to go and see someone for a bit of help," or make them just feel, I'd love that to happen, but even just to say, "I'm not the only one," or to get a smile out of listening to the story or whatever. That's good enough for me. I mean, I'm like I said to you before, I'm doing this to stop me being bored on a night. It's helping me. It's helping my mental health. I do this. I sit 3 nights a week. I sit and listen to veterans like yourself talking, And so I just sit back and listen, and put the little bit in like this now and stuff like that. But like I said, it's not my story; it's your story. But what I'm going to do with this is I'm not going to put it in with the normal episodes that I do.